Hello and welcome to Wednesday Night's Horror Show. I am VoiceOver AU, otherwise known as Kevin Powell. And I'm here because I love playing games, but I also love talking about the things around games. And Wednesday nights means horror show, which means exploring the nature of horror. So for the last 8 episodes of Horror Show, we have been playing through Alien Isolation, which has been an incredible experience so far, because it has presented probably one of the most menacing, terrifying, certainly the most restricting enemies that I've experienced in a game. Restricting in the sense that you really feel that you cannot move around freely when this thing is about. That it is a clear and present danger, and you will die, and you will die horribly facing this thing. You can't be killed, but you can elude it. And you get this imperfect information about where it is. You've got your motion tracker, you've got sounds around you, which Heron HQ, one of our community, one of our subs in fact, really kindly pointed out to me during one of the streams. There's a lot of really interesting ways this game conveys information to you, especially given the fact that it uses sound. So it's been a really great experience, and bear with me for 2 seconds. It's a very hot night, and I've just realized I've left my water bottle over there. I need that. It's very warm. There we go. Can't be without the water bottle. It is hot, I'm telling you. It's going to get down to 12 degrees overnight. But it's hot enough now. Put a fan on for now. So yeah, so Alien has probably presented one of the most interesting horror experiences so far. The game we were playing before this, well, we played Call of Cthulhu, but before this long form we were playing Evil Within, which had a lot of moments where it was trying to create popcorn scares, but boy howdy, Alien Isolation creates a far more intense, slow burn feeling of tension. We talked about, that's right, I remember we talked way back in one of the Evil Within streams about the difference between tension and horror. And this game is very much one that deals with tension, which is the harder thing to do. So let's get into it. We'll talk about a few things later on. We'll do our housekeeping, all of that. But for now, let's just kick into it. Pick it up. Kick it over. Kick it down the street. Kickity, kick. So you should be hearing that beautiful Jeff Van Dyke music. Jeff Van Dyke being responsible for the sound design for the game, overseeing a team of, I think it was around about 10 people or thereabouts. So a pretty Herculean effort. Alright, let's just move this around a bit so I can access my coffee as well. Now, last session, we finished off in the reactor. The reactor that's now infested with xenomorphs. It's just xenomorphs wall to wall. So the interesting thing is, we've gone from an alien experience now to more of an aliens experience. Hey Geordie, how you doing? How the heck are you? The wonderful Geordie G87 over here on stream, who pointed out that Alien Blackout has dropped its trailer. I'll shoot a link into chat a little bit later on for it as well, for the trailer. But yeah, the next Alien game is going to be a mobile game. You're all right. How did the extra sleep hold you up? Or I guess it's like sleeping through or sleeping in the morning. How are you feeling now? How is your evening treating you? Let me know if you can't hear the game sound as well. I'm hoping that everything's okay there. I'm hearing everything coming through on the PC, so the mix should be going through okay. And I actually remembered to switch over my network interface this time, so we shouldn't get that stuttering that we got towards the end of last session. That was my fault. Fantastic. Glad to hear the game sound is fine. Still sleepy. Sorry to hear that, man. Have you messed around much with? I'm sure you have. Like, what sort of sleep remedies have you tried in the past to try and sort of help get more sleep? I don't want to be one of those people who's like, have you tried this and that? I'm sure that you've tried a million things. So we haven't... Gotcha. So we saved just before the good sleeping spells. Ah, cool! Well, that should help. Because especially, like, typically with your schedule, you don't need to be anywhere in the mornings at a given time normally, do you? So you don't have to worry about oversleeping too much. Remember, loot the corpses. The sound might be a little bit quiet at the moment on the game because it gets super loud the minute it decides that it's action time, which is about the point when we overload Alpha Core. Oh, that sounds like a good mix. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I know I have a few friends who have pain management issues who've been kind of left by the wayside by the crackdown on coding. One of those things with good intentions but not really thought through. So Heron was saying we might be at the pointy end of all of this, depending on how well we go. Nice. Well done. Favorite call. Everyone's... Yeah, so I was talking before about how how utterly terrifying this Where you want to go now? Yeah, you get to go all the way there. Yes. 2 to 3 hours. Gotcha. So we might crack it this stream. We'll see how we go. We'll try and do this way. Wait, is that a thing? I can go through. And I can actually use the flamethrower. The game is a tad loud. Bump that down. I got a nod right next to me there. It must be that must be once it goes through the game mix then, because over on my side it's a little quiet. Hey Ozdeck, how you doing? We're at the pointy end of Alien Isolation. We're hopefully going to nuke it all from orbit. Worst Burning Man ever, dude. Yeah, how's life treating you? I think I fixed my marker problem too. I did a search online, and I kid you not, the solution for like fixing up the stringer was to turn it off and turn it on again, essentially. Alright. Alright. That's our first one. So this should work now. There we go. Ah, no, better at this stuff. Alright, this will just be for our last session then, so let's do that. Let's see how many times we die in this meat grinder. Just picked up a PS4 with Spider-Man for Christmas. Oh, nice! That is such a fun game. That is such a fun game. Alright, let's try this now. Yay! The death counter's back. Think of games that already have support VR. Yeah, there's not a lot of them, to be fair. Alright, so I reckon this time after I do the Alpha Core, I can come back and save the game. Because there wasn't an immediate threat there. Tekken 7 has VR support? How the heck does that work? Resident Evil 7, I guess I can get. Alright, so after we do this time around. Yeah, I was seeing some people, journalists I follow today talking about what they were seeing in terms of coverage at CES around VR, and apparently it's disappointing. Final Fantasy 15 has VR support. Oh, cool. Fallout 4 is, I've heard really good things about it. That's the one that does sort of teleporting as a form of movement. Now I've got to weigh up like everything, every one of those that I go near. Is it worth having to spend the flamethrower on? That's clever. First game I ever got freaked out doing that was Shadows of Mordor.
Calm down, no time's recording. This isn't good.
That for like I would imagine. See, I missed it. Redirecting. That's a vista. Yeah. What's the most impressive VR game you've played so far, Jordan? What's really blown your mind? Alright, at least we're cutting down on the iterations here. Alright, so it's coming around this corner. It messed us up last time. There's a facehugger. And then there was this evil out of nowhere. That's not good. No! No! I don't know how my inventory got off onto the wrong thing. This is why I saved a little further ahead this time. I've got to try and avoid getting into that headspace of just wanting to get to the end of things. I've got to confess, it was, thank you very much. I got to confess, I was only sneaking because I had stuff. Eat it. Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. Unfair. That's death 4, very quickly. I'm going to crank him out tonight. That seemed a little unfair. I guess don't get trapped in the corner there. Don't be a victim of your own curiosity. So are you playing that on a PS4 Pro, or have you got a bog standard PS4? Like, what are you using to run? What are you using to run it rapidly? Well, I guess in general. Oh, okay, so you're running on a PS4 Slim, nice. Yeah, an underwater world sounds like it would be amazing. Like a Bioshock kind of game, like set in, oh god, what was the name of the game? Rapture. Because they do that in the early parts of the game, they try and create this real spectacle with the vistas, but imagine what that would be like if you had control over your... Well, I guess you do have control over where your immersion comes from. This would be where Kevin Holmes died. Oh damn. The angry push. Alright, you win, Jordy. Sneak. These things are everywhere. Good point. Ah, see, I didn't need to engage with it. I see where you're coming from. Subnautica doesn't do VR. Oh man, that is a shame. How do we know that this is a tough part of the game? Because we've got save points so close together. Yeah, spotted me because he hissed. there, come here. Oh, that's right. Hey folks, where is it coming? Oh, redirect power to the central core. Sure, where am I doing that? I'm doing that somewhere else. Beta core conduit. Yes, I'm telling you I can go there. See, I should have been sneaking then too. Oh! Son of a... That's okay, we saved close by. I see your point about sneaking in. I really do. I thought that I could be clever. Oh man, a Wipeout VR game seems like it would be either really good, or it would just be like a front row seat invitation to just vomit everywhere. Like, if they handle that well, I don't think there's ever been a game that's ever had sort of as much nostalgia around its presentation of velocity and movement. Alright, let's go up here and update our goal. Redirect power to the central core. That's right. Don't need that. Whatever's happening, I don't need to be a part of it. Got my flamethrower. Just gonna quietly wait these things out. I'm not though, I'm not getting under the goddamn desk because then I'm vulnerable, completely vulnerable, but I figure I've at least got half a second. Yeah, let you go. Over there. Let's agree to go our separate ways. No? You're the one who got me stuck. Alright, so the beta core conduit. Oh, okay, that's just that's not something I can move through, that's just the goal. Let me go. So I need to find a path. So I'm guessing there's another one of those holes. But maybe I need to go down there. I need to go down there. You're so right though. It is natural. I mean, I don't even want to put on. I didn't even want to put my motion tracker on for fear of attracting attention. It's definitely I'm starting to see a pattern though that a lot of these appearances of xenomorphs are just triggered by my proximity. It's reading across multiple levels. It's useless. Alright, so this is an enclosed space. My flamethrower fuel is just plummeting. Just find more. Oh, that'd be great. Or an Assassin's Creed VR game where you're you're the Boyd, the bird hunting targets. How good would that be? Just flying over a city. Molotovs and flares, huh? I've just never had good luck with flares. Like, I get the idea of them, trying to draw the alien into a different area. The only thing I've ever really managed to achieve with them is just drawing the alien into the space I'm in. Oh, is there? Is it for the Assassin's Creed series, or is it unrelated? Because that would be awesome. What sort of physical space do you need for your VR setup too? Like, are you able to just play your games on the couch, or do you need more space to move around? National Geographic thing. That'd still be cool. But the thing about, one thing that Ubisoft's team, or one thing that the Assassin's Creed team just do uniquely well is just that exquisite attention to cityscapes. It would be my pleasure. Even more so if there was a shortcut. It's going to draw frames. At least I remember this time that snapshots. Oh, God. Oh. Should have saved back there too. That it is. Thank you. Alright, what are we doing now? What are we doing? Overlay beta core, so I've still got to go. Okay. Well, this should be a little quicker this time at least. But I'll save when I get back here. At least it's pretty generous with where it locates those save points. So now I should just be able to every time that happens, I just envisage the alien just going, fine, fine. Yeah, I heard the thing coming. I didn't do the necessary. Make another medkit? Let's make some medkits while we're in here. It's a nice safe place. That's all straight forward. Take the FNO. Can't believe we're only 11 followers away from the Hitman stream. And it feels pretty timely too, because right now, assassins are just so cool. There's a Netflix film, you might have seen the trailer for it, called Polar, based on a graphic novel, which has Mads Mikkelsen as that wonderful archetype of the retired, like, super qualified assassin. And they're like, well, we're gonna go kill him. And everyone's like, that's a bad idea. And then hijinks ensue. So it feels like it's a time for assassins. Follow the rule and listen for it to me. Oh, how is Tidelands? I've been thinking about watching it, but I don't know if it's good bad or... Sorry, if it's bad good or bad bad. What do you think? Oh, Polar doesn't come out until the 25th either. Oh, okay, you liked it. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it's good. I want Australian genre fiction to be good. I was quite excited. Oh no, hang on, there is one down here. Ah, see, I did miss something. Track. Yeah, every part of their sound design is just wonderfully sinister. Yeah, so give me the elevated pitch. Folks are not happy with this. So there shouldn't be any face huggers going back in this direction. It should only be xenomorphs that we've got to worry about. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, because I was worried that I'm glad that the series has gone down that CW path of, like, it's eye candy for everyone. Because it seemed like it was going very much on the, here's some fuckable mermaids. So I'm glad that there's eye candy for guys too, because that's what you want. Like, if the series is going to do that, you want basically there to be fun for everyone. I'm missing it. I've been down this path, but I'm missing it. It's on the inside? Ah, that's fine, I'm missing it. I haven't reversed my notion of where I'm headed. Alright, so there are basically everywhere. Still. Alright, let's go down to that save point. Better than Twilight. I'm glad to hear it. And do you think it's pitched at teens, or is it pitched at adults? Because it seemed like it was a pretty hot and heavy series. Like, it seemed like it was filled with the fuckins. But I could be completely wrong. Where's the save point? It's over there. Gonna save again. Probably more to adults. Awesome. Well, that's cool. I'm really glad. I'd kind of assumed based on the trailer that it was going to be a little bit dodgy, but I'm really glad that there's genre fiction in Australia that is pitched to an adult market. Because Australia normally just does not do that stuff. We've got... But that's okay, because I saved that recording. That's right, Codsworth, we will be doing a Hitman 2 subathon. Thank you for reminding us. February 1st as well, or January 31st to February 1st, we'll be doing a charity stream for Sunless Skies as well. bit more information on that probably next week. Start prepping some media for it. Oh, I missed two. Boink! Boink! Hang on. There we go. The script was running concurrently. Wop wop. Alright, let's try that again. Yeah, I did not hear that thing drop in. That's why I come down the door. Spot's on the I don't have it. So right. The whole place is flooded. Central reactor maintenance. Where we get to deal with androids again, I guess. Oh no, central reactor, it'll still be infested. How long is Tidelands? Is it just one season at the moment? Like, that would, like, what, 10 episodes or something? What sort of time investment?
Ricardo, I can destroy the nest.
Ripley, you've put yourself in enough danger today.
I can power up all the cores, overload them, and then initiate a reactor purge. It'll destroy everything down there.
Look, I'm not trying to persuade you out of this, Rip. I'd just like it if you didn't die.
This is what's gonna happen. There are emergency overflow circuits that feed excess power into the local capacitor banks on each tower. If I decouple them and discharge the system, the purge will be external. The nest is right in harm's way.
I have no clue what you just said.
Just find something to hold on to.
Alright. 2 cores to overload. Let's get that sneak on. How on earth is this going on? I don't know. Oh, hey folks. Thank you for joining me in both directions while this play. Son of a... That's right, really vulnerable ones. Alright, this one step at a time. This is a different form of terrifying. Now I don't have to worry. Let's see if I can get lots of volcano. I'll tell you what, I'm on the edge of my goddamn seat. Figuratively. Oh, I suppose I can. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Stranger Things 3 as well. That is really helpful. I've overloaded alpha. I need to turn around. It's back. It's back that way. Why can I not? Oh, I still haven't overloaded alpha. Friends doing. No, I still haven't overloaded it. Oh man, is Captain Marvel next month? Ah, okay, another terminal. Yeah, Captain Marvel's gonna be amazing. What? Okay. Never had that puzzle before. Oh, is that level 2? One pesky round. Same thing at terminals? I'm doing doing the same thing at times. Alright, I gotta go back around to the same place. At least I can play Ring of Roses with this thing. At least this one. Come around this way. Let's go this way. Booyah. Alright. Alright, so we're going around this way. That music is not much makes me worried. It's causing more blowing up a reactor. Now, patience is starting. Well, that makes sense. I'm not gonna go. Okay, now we got wind. Good lord. That's Initiate purge from reactor control. Well, no, it's no other floor. I've messed with the reactor. Well, there's no other floor. When in doubt. When in doubt. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what they do with Avengers Endgame. I guess this is reactor control.
Ricardo, I'm about to purge the nest. Hang tight.
Do I have an objective yet? No, I don't.
Multiple unregistered life forms detected throughout Sevastopol. Power levels throughout Sevastopol compromised.
There's still some on the station. Shit. I'm sorry, Ricardo.
Just get back to the Marshal Bureau, Rip. Please.
Sound of the car. Alright. I mean... did we not think that that would flush them out? Get to the engineering transit station. I appear casual on the outside. I'm taking it all in. I'm a little surprised by the plan though. I'm not sure how Ripley thought that wouldn't just flush them.
Wait, Rip, something weird's happening.
You think?
I need you to get to medical, now. The reactor purge, it's resetting systems across Sevastopol. Lights, transit, maybe even communications. I think this is our big chance. Just go, now! We might not have much time. I'm heading down to comms.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, Jody, on the inside, I am pooping myself. But, let's try and play it cool on the outside. Alright, Cyanide, that's us. Cyanide. We're in System Spire. Yeah, that's us. I probably shouldn't be drinking coffee while I'm making noise around here. I do love that feeling of progression that you get in a game, though, because I remember the last time I was in this kind of situation, and yeah, it's a good idea, actually. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Because the last thing I want to do for you is replay a chunk of the game as well. Yeah, I don't know how much of it's the flamethrower, but I think part of it's also just sort of confidence with the game. Like, I was terrified the last time I was doing this, and I was just facing up against humans, just waiting for them.
This car is Sevastopol Science and Medical Tower.
That flashlight recharged. Stay on the flamethrower. Cyanide Tower. Off we go. Throwing the switch. Got the cheese. Ozdeck was talking earlier about the Spider-Man game. Speaking of Avengers, I remember seeing a thread online recently where someone was saying that they should make an Avengers game using the engine from the Insomniac Spider-Man game. Yeah, I'm worried about drinking coffee and getting killed. I don't want that to be the thing that kills me. I don't want to take a sip of coffee and then have something run up and kill me. But yeah, they were talking about how the Insomniac Spider-Man game would make a great engine for
Ricardo,
an Avengers game.
medical. Did you manage to get to comms?
I'm here, but I was too late. Apollo's recovered from the reactor purge and locked out external comms again.
Damn it. So why'd you send me here?
Plan B, Rip. See, before I left, the system showed a ship approaching Sevastopol. I think it's the Anisadora. Marlowe managed to send out his autocodes to call it in while comms were temporarily open.
We've got to get to it. Is it docking?
No, but it's in a holding position nearby. Head for the ambulance bay. The shuttles are really short range, but they'll make it.
Got it.
Alright. But yeah, the Insomniac Spider-Man game would make a really cool... Alright, so there's something in my way there. Would make a really cool engine for an Avengers game. Because the feeling of freedom and mobility that you get in that. Yeah, they've got Avengers Tower in the game, they've got, there's a whole bunch of stuff they've got. They've got Jessica Jones' offices, they've got, Matt Murdock's law practice. I mean, you name it, it's there. Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum. Sanctorum, I should say. Alright, Steve's back. The question is, how many Steves this time? Yeah, running around on Avengers Tower is really fun in this Spider-Man game too. Really easy way to get a particular achievement. Oh, if you haven't voted yet too, Geordie, there is a, Yeah, that's right, he does. Yeah, if you haven't voted yet, there's a subs poll in the subs lounge on Discord for our next horror game as well. So if you wanted to chime in, if you haven't yet, then please do. I can't remember if it was you who voted for Resident Evil or if it was someone else. Find a short remembrance. I don't even know why I'm bothering about scavenging either, because I'm maxed out on pretty much everything. Well, I guess not everything. You voted last Fallout 2 stream. Fantastic, thank you so much for that. Your vote may be the winning vote. Wow, that is a mess. And yeah, it's sad to think that we've lost Stan Lee as well.
I see a launch on my terminal. Marlo's already taken one of the shuttles.
I mean, I know there are some folks who... It's a divisive topic because of some of the ways that he managed rights to certain properties, but I mean, you can't deny.
It's really did a number.
Citrus, thank you so much for the host. Thank you very much. You got a friend in the hospital. I'm so sorry to hear that. Has he been in for a while? Or just admitted recently? Went in today. Oh, my thoughts are with you and with him. Is this locally? Are you able to? You're able to at least be able to visit, or is well, I know that getting around is problematic for you. Or is this a friend who's not living in the same city? Broken ribs. Oh wow. Station starting to fall apart. If I can ask, like, how did that happen? Was it an accident, or?
I'm going to catch you.
Son of a... That's okay, Chief. I kept one for you.
Don't run. Silence.
Get to the... I remember being so proud of myself last stream for getting the weapons. Yeah, like, oh, that sucks too. Not being able to be physically in the same place. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, yeah, thoughts are with you and with him.
A launch on my terminal. Marlo's already taken one of the shuttles.
It's really did a number on this place.
Been working a lot of stress. Yeah, that's not a good combination. Struggling breathing. So is it possible then that your friend had the broken ribs for a while and didn't realize it? Do you think that they might have been what was causing the... I guess the doctors are the best judge of that. But it sounds like it might be something that... Sounds like it might be something that he's had for a little while. Found out last week.
Michael asked me about Sevastopol safety protocols. Running course.
Always flick back to the flamethrower as quickly as possible. Ah, Xenomorph didn't come that time. They found out last week. So when you say they found out last week, what, found out that there there was a general medical issue. As if it was admitted to hospital today. Either way, I hope he has a quick and a speedy recovery. Oh, quick and speedy, same deal. I hope he has a speedy and a painless recovery. Let's go with that. No, tautologies aren't exactly the thing that you're concerned about most of them. It's all complicated. Well, if it's something you want to talk about, I'm here to listen. Otherwise, I completely understand if it's something that if you feel it's too complicated to go into, or you'd prefer not to. Break? Oh, crap. Find an ambulance craft. I can see how once you get enough weaponry, look.
Damn, my access tuner isn't powerful enough.
No, Buster, there has to be a way.
Yeah, look, Geordie, only if that's something that helps you. Same deal. I tell my friends typically, when there's stuff going on, I don't need to know for a burning need to know, but if telling someone helps, then yeah, by all means. Upgrade. Access tuner. Isn't that what he's doing? Well, that's what I just did. Oh, there we go. Now my objective's upgraded. Right. Hug the door. Let's hug the door. It's funny how these puzzles get easier the less you think about them. Some you really don't think about as much.
Coordinates already in the system. Just punch the dash.
What about you?
Yeah, well, the office open. If talking to a stranger, I'm effectively a stranger. We know each other, but not in person. So yeah, look, if telling me helps, then please make use of that. I'm back. It was a shortish cutscene. Maybe we're going to get the start of another one. Yeah, we are. Well, kind of. And I'm back again.
Ricardo, can you hear me?
getting out of range. Not sure how much longer the link's gonna last. How much longer the link's gonna last.
I should say as well, you probably assumed this before, or you figured it through, but just, I mean, just to say it, please never assume that when I'm high energy, you mention something like that, that it's a lack of concern or consideration for what's going on with you. It absolutely isn't. But I'm realizing more and more that when someone has something going on, like me being low energy doesn't necessarily help you. And I think sometimes it can come off as being actually a little bit insincere. So I just wanted to say that. I care, man. I care. But I will typically remain my perky self. Well, this isn't good. So theoretically, we're in this ship, the Anesidora. I have this ugly feeling that Weyland-Yutani brought it here. Look at that design, that lighting there. It just makes like the outline of the ship evokes. It evokes the alien. Nothing happens by accident, folks. Clever folks behind this. This is a ghost ship. Sound design again. It's gorgeous, like the only thing I'm hearing.
I think we may have broken our losing streak. We've barely been scraping a living the past couple of years, and the Anesidora is starting to look like the wrecks we salvage. Can't say the crew's been faring any better. Then we found that flight recorder. It belongs to a ship, the Nostromo, Weyland-Yutani property. That means there'll be a reward. But then Marlowe had an even better idea. Extrapolate the path of the flight recorder to try to find the wreck of the Nostromo. We got lucky. Found a distress signal, and now we're following it. This is it. I can feel it in my bones. He always said he'd do right by me.
See if I can up my headphones a little bit. It's just the game volume. It's only a little bit low. It's weird because I should be getting the same mix as you. Groovy. Thank you for letting me know, buddy. I'll get a chance to read that probably tomorrow morning. I will take all of the flamethrower fuel in the world. That's probably why it's going through. I can drop that down a little bit. To have your back x-rayed. Why is that? Tell me more. Is that because of back pain, or? I've just fiddled with the mix on the game sound too, so let me know if it gets too loud again.
We're outside Sevastopol. Marlowe and Foster woke up first. She looked terrible. Meeks and me are about to take a shuttle to the station. But well, this has got to break quarantine procedures, right? It's Marlowe's ship. She's Marlowe's wife. And things got heated, and Meeks got a bloody nose. So, I don't know. Maybe the doctors will give her the all clear and things can get to normal. But if they sniff it out when we get on board, I don't want any part of it. Marlowe doesn't pay nearly enough for that kind of noise.
Where does that possibility... Where does that train of thought come from, the possibility of spina bifida? Because that does not sound like fun. Alright, so we've got a code for the door. What are we going to find in here? Because it sounds like this is the source of infestation. Well, there was at least someone who was infected on here. See. So the X-ray would confirm? Okay, well that sounds good. That sounds like a good next step. In one. That was handsome. Yeah, well, I mean, Jesus, I hope that isn't something that you've got to deal with, but getting a confirmation one way or another sounds like a positive next step. Uncertainty is always worse. How's that noise mix now, by the way? Is that too loud on your end? Or is everything sounding okay? Alright, what do you want me to do now?
Ricardo, in case you're hearing me, I've got the Anisadora's basic power systems back online. Doors should be open. Hopefully some light. Still no sign of Marlowe.
Hey, Ripley. Welcome to the Anisadora.
Marlowe? Where are you, Marlowe?
Thanks for switching the power back on. You saved me a job. I only needed it offline temporarily. I had some things to fix.
Thank you.
Taylor? Taylor! Marlo, what are you doing?
God damn, shotgun not being reloaded. Gotta check it, Kevin. That was sloppy. Yeah, thanks for letting me know, read the volume too. Oh. Do you have a prescription for that, for the pain? Like, is your doc able to hook you up with the good stuff when it comes to pain management, or is it no help? I know, that was lame. I was lame. Alright, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, folks? We're gonna reload the shotgun. I mean, putting aside the fact that shotgun's probably overkill for the single facehugger. Oh, that's right, you told me you had the painkillers with codeine. Well, I hope that gives you some relief. This chronic pain is absolutely no fun to deal with. So is that, do you deal with that on a daily basis? Like, it's just always there for you? That pain? Two. Definitely don't want to forget to do this. I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, if there's a facehugger on the Anesidora, there is likely other infestation. Which is why Marlo's being, I guess, so cool about the whole thing. I'm not going to do as good a job as at hacking the first time around this time. Is unaligned. So if that were the case, if your spine was unaligned, like, what would be, are there options there that can resolve that for you?
Ricardo, in case you're hearing me, I've got the Anesidor's basic power systems back online. Doors should be open. Hopefully some light. Still no sign of Marlo.
Hey, Ripley. Welcome to the Anesidora.
Marlo? Where are you, Marlo?
Thanks for switching the power back on. You saved me a job. I only needed it offline temporarily. I had some things to fix. Maybe you want to join my crew. Plenty of free spots.
Ripley, Marlo double-crossed me. He said he'd give me all the bits he can of the creature so I could take it to the company, but he...
What are you doing?
What no one else seems prepared to do. Come find me, Ripley. I got something for you.
There we go. That's how we deal with that. So I guess an X-ray would be the next step in confirming that then. If I'm following the trail of thought that you're going through there. So this was the start of it all. This was the root of the whole problem. This is where it began.
Anisadora, this is Marshal Waits of Sevastopol. Officially, I should deny your request to dock. Sevastopol is currently being decommissioned, and I can't compromise security for unscheduled vessels. However, in the light of the property you found, I will allow a small number of your crew to dock via a short-range shuttle. I must remind you that Sevastopol is entitled to a cut of any reward for return of said property once it's on station. Let me know your decision. Waits out.
No, that doesn't sound bad at all, Jordy. It makes complete sense. Like, being in a wheelchair and losing a certain amount of mobility in exchange for release from that pain, it makes complete sense. Alright, so I'm slowly cottoning on to the story here. So these are the folks who went and salvaged on LV-426. It all went wrong. Marlowe was the head of the expedition, and they brought the creature on board station. Does your foot pain get exacerbated by putting your weight on your foot? When in doubt, craft. And so orthodontics are no help there? Go back this way. I think I missed something there. Orthotics, thank you. That's the word. I said orthodontics. Orthotics. Maybe I said no. But either way, I take it they're not much help for you. Oh, bugger. Yeah, my partner wears orthotics because she has a different condition with her feet. But she needs them.
I tried to save Foster. Brought him to Sevastopol. Broke all the rules, kept her ashore. That was stupid of me. Stupid. You don't beat this thing, Ripley. You can. All you can do is refuse to engage. You gotta wipe out every trace, destroy any clue, stop this infection from spreading, make sure there's no chance of the human race ever making contact with it again. Because the moment it makes contact, it's won. The company's never gonna know what happened here. Nobody is. I won't allow it.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That would make walking very much not fun. Alright, let's save at this point. That sounds an awful lot like Steve. With guts of this ship infected as well. Let's have sneak. Use terminal. Alright, to what end?
Added report. Personal message. This is for my daughter. Hi, Amanda. I'm recording this for you, my sweetheart, and I hope you get to hear it one day. You see, I got into trouble. My ship, there was an accident, sweetheart, and we found an alien creature. It was very dangerous, and the only way we could stop it was to destroy the ship. I'm okay. I'm stuck on this lifeboat, long way out. But we had to destroy the ship. We had to destroy the Nostromo. We just couldn't risk bringing that thing home with us. I needed to protect you. Don't worry. Don't worry about me. I'm sure I'll see you very soon. I love you, sweetheart.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Now you understand. I'm gonna overload the fusion reactor.
That'll turn the reactor into a goddamn nuke. You'll destroy the ship and the station.
It will annihilate every trace of that creature. Ripley, it's the only way. I can't let it live. And I'm not letting the company have it, or they'll just start the whole thing over again.
He's not wrong.
Listen to me! We don't have to do this!
Stop! Stop it, Marlo!
Marlo, please.
You heard what your mother did. She understood. If she was here, she'd be helping me. You think she would want company suits knowing the zip code of that creature? No one must know.
There are still people alive on the station! Marlo!
Foster's not. She was my wife. I loved her. And I killed her.
I think I was too late. He set it going. He set it going!
Taylor, I'll stop the overload. You have to help me. Go to that console.
Warning. Fusion reactor overload in progress.
Open the fusion system so I can work on them.
What?
I need power sent to the auxiliary generator. Look for the letters AUX.
I got it!
Not being able to exercise at work, that's gotta be frustrating.
Okay, you're doing good, Taylor. Now switch the maintenance terminal from auto to manual. Do you see it?
I can't find it!
It'll be there, Taylor. Trust me. That's it.
Good job. Not quick enough. Oh, okay. So hopefully this goes back to, because I saw it save before, so hopefully this goes back to that point. What about exercise that doesn't put your weight on your feet?
You're doing good, Taylor. Now switch the maintenance terminal from auto to manual. Do you see it? It'll be there, Taylor. Trust me. That's it.
Back to the Sevastopol. I don't think she's getting up. Way to go. So swimming. Hey Pixie, thank you so much for the lurk. Lovely to see you here. So suspension exercises or swimming, stuff like that doesn't put your weight like on your body is no help to you? Because I know that some people swear by stuff like suspension yoga, but I don't know, like with your back, that might not be any help. So we're going back to the Sevastopol. That seems like a good life choice.
Ricardo.
Ripley, the Anisadora blast took out the orbital stabilizers. We're about to fall from the sky. I'm trying to contact the Torrens, but the comms are still locked. The ambulance you just docked is screwed. The Torrens is our only way off this.
Find a way to contact the Torrens. Alright.
The broadcast from the lane just updated.
Hello, Sevastopol. Can you respond? We just saw a ship blow on your starboard side, took out an entire orbital stabilizer array. We have no place to dock. Please, tell us what's going on in there. We can take survivors. I'll leave this channel open. Torrens out.
Another 1 or 2 hours, really? Wow. Good lord. Like, it's been fun, but I'm ready for the game to be over. It kind of feels like it should have ended somehow on the Anesidora. Because the tempo of going, we're gonna blow up the Sevastopol, we're gonna do a thing over here, and then we're gonna hop on the shuttle, and go to the Anesidora, and then we need to go from the Anesidora.
Welcome to Seegson Communications. Please sign in at reception.
Now we need to go from the Anesidora back to the Sevastopol. 2 things to do. Alright, let's see how we go.
We've got company. Seegson security just came through. Guns in hand, not friendly. I had to hide under a desk.
What do they want?
The Torrens. They heard the broadcast. They want to contact it. I think they plan on taking it by force.
Can they?
No. Comms are still out. Stay clear of them though. They're dangerous and desperate.
And introducing another threat type, like this late into the game. I'm ready for it to be over, but I know that it's a pretty common criticism of this game.
Shh. I think I heard something. I feel like death. Look alive, we got ourselves a visitor.
Hey folks. Oh, ow, 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 ow. They're good shots. Let's not do it that way. Next time I'll drop a flashbang in there first. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, because now we've got like a...
Ricardo!
Ripley, the Anesidora blast took out the orbital stabilizers. We're about to fall from the sky. I'm trying to contact the Torrens, but the comms are still locked. The ambulance you just docked is screwed. The Torrens is our only way off this. The broadcast from the lane just updated.
Hello, Sevastopol. Can you respond? We just saw a ship blow on your starboard side, took out an entire orbital stabilizer array. We have no place to dock. Please, tell us what's going on in there. We can take survivors. I'll leave this channel open. Torrens out.
Yeah, tempo-wise it feels a bit off to be introducing sort of a new kind of threat to deal with this late in the game. Like, at this point, it should be sort of a greatest hits of the stuff that we've been dealing with so far. But now we've got a level that's crawling with humans. Sevastopol security turning up this late in things too sort of begs the question of where the hell were they to begin with? Like, why are they organized now?
Welcome to Seegson Communications. Please sign in at reception.
I think there might have been an answer to that, or an explanation, in a bit of the dialogue as we come up in this direction.
We've got company. Season security just came through. Guns in hand, not friendly. I had to hide under a desk.
What do they want?
The Torrens. They heard the broadcast. They want to contact it. I think they plan on taking it by force.
That's fair enough.
Can they?
No. Comms are still out. Stay clear of them, though. They're dangerous and desperate.
Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, they did mention having bolt holes. So the Torrens, like the broadcast from the Torrens, that makes sense that would flush people out. See, there was an answer there all along. Alright, folks. It's time to kill some humans. Hey, buddy. There's just a mess of you folks. Any ammo. Shotgun shells. I'll happily take those, thank you. The hell is that? Something above me? It's creepy. Something's swinging back here. Well, yeah, I love the fact that the game actually had a consistent reason for why. It seemed a little bit tricky to get out in there. There you go. Hey, my good friend. Whatever that swinging thing is, it is creeping me out. I'm just gonna meditate in front of him. Jesus, good thing I used that medkit. You got some new books today. What'd you get? Tell me more. Man, those smoke bombs do work. Still happily smoking away. That's right, it's down the middle there. Thank you. I'll happily take that.
Hughes, it's Ransom. I just got your query. Yes, I have been in our transmission relay archive, and I've done some decrypting. I'm looking for crew logs that passed through Sevastopol a while ago. I know you're concerned, but it's ancient history. There's just some stuff I need to know. A routine company transmission packet Sent from the edge of Thetis before a ship started its trip home. Nothing was gonna break anything.
This is Captain Dallas, logging an initial report from the return leg of our Thetis voyage. When we get back home, I want a meeting with a shipping coordinator. My usual science officer has been replaced. No reason given. The new guy is more than capable, I'm sure, but only getting 2 days notice for this kind of thing is crazy. I'd just like an explanation. We'll be ready for our load when we get the call. Dallas, Nostromo Captain...
That sounds like Tom Skerritt. That's a really good sound-alike if it's not him. Hocus Pocus 2, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes in a Collection of Penny Dreadfuls. Nice, that sounds awesome. Which one are you going to tuck into first? There we go, now we can access doors. Stun baton charge. It feels like it's telegraphing to me that... So what's Hocus Pocus? I have not heard of that series before. Up that way. Pretty sure I searched you.
Orbital stabilizers operating at 80% and falling.
Oh, there you are. Almost missed him completely. Sure would be nice to have another medkit. Oh, god damn it. Come on, pop on up. Where the heck did he go? Glitch through the... Glitch through the floor or something? This isn't good. Seriously? How did... How on earth did they shoot me through? Oh, I suppose there's little breaks in that. Oh, so it is the Bette Midler movie. Or related to it. That was not my best work. Book retells the movie and the sequel, which is 25 years later. Awesome! That sounds like a lot of fun. Well, at least they had to deal with the androids too. Seeing as this is a different room. No access. Really? I beg to differ. There we go. Well, I suppose there's only one container in there. It's not a huge amount of stuff. You were saying before how glib I was about the situation I'm in. Well, you can rest assured that that has all but vanished now. Let's go first. I do want to salvage stuff at the moment. The more medkit components I can get, the better. Scrap. Error check script. I wonder if that's a game bug when it says error check script. Alright, did I just pass somewhere I could save? Yes. Yes. Where is that? Hear it, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, it's right on top of me. Let's find that save point because we've been through a bit, fam. There it is. Right? Oh no, it's not a save point, it's a rewire. What do you got for me, Seeks and rewiring? Speaker system, air purification. Lighting. There we go. Let's turn everything off. Boom! Well, I guess I'm going in the right direction when it's giving me audio bots and a save game. There we go. Yeah, I picked up a new book a couple of weeks ago actually that I'm super excited to get into, which I actually have here, which is Autonomous by Annalee Newitz, which is all about, it's described as, like the capture review for it is, autonomous is to biotech and AI what Neuromancer was to the internet. So I'm looking forward to digging into that. Not quite horror related, but a really good sci-fi. So it sort of seeps well into alien isolation. And I haven't picked it up yet, but this week the first issue of Tom Taylor, well, written by Tom Taylor, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man title drops. And I'm really looking forward to picking that up. I've put that on my pull list at the local comic store. So let me know how Hocus Pocus treats you. I'd love to hear what you think. This is not the direction to find Ricardo. This is the direction to find Ricardo. Hey, Ricardo. Hey, no stress, Ozdeck.
You okay?
Listen, Marlowe's permissions are still logged at this terminal. If we have the coordinates for the torrents, we could align the transmitter dishes manually, bypass Apollo completely.
There's an observatory near the comms array, right?
Yeah. You should be able to find the Torrens coordinates using that. I'll get the door for you.
Find the Sevastopol Observatory. Yeah, sleep well, Ozdeck. Thank you so much for hanging around. Your company's been appreciated. Enjoy Spider-Man too. Find the Sevastopol Observatory. Alright. So we're headed in this direction. And I'm gonna keep on sneaking as per your recommendations, Jordy.
Orbital stabilizers operating at 40% and falling.
Comms control, I guess that's the direction we're headed in. I really don't know what weapon to sit on though. I do not know. Yeah, I hear you. I just subscribe to a few newsletters because I try and keep on top of it, just to be informed pop culture wise. Is this where you want me to go? Apparently. Guess I'm going in the right direction. This definitely seems like the right direction. So what do you reckon, Jordy? You reckon we're going to get through this tonight? Or you reckon we've still got another hour to go past? Another 2 hours? There's vents around here, isn't there? There we go. I vaguely recall this from before. Hi everyone. People are not my friends. Not well done, Kevin. Not well done. Gotta remember to lead with the flashbangs. And then just mop up. There it is. 10. Happily. It's right before where we are. I think it's revolver. It's revolver time. Revolver Ocelot. Revolver Ocelot.
Damn it. I can't get past the lockdown. Actions are every day. Apollo won't let me in. Try your codes again. Okay. Okay.
Double digits. I think that might actually be low for a typical session. Maybe? Oh, if I want to be really cruel. Oh yeah. Build another flashbang. Who can build a flashbang? There we go. Crafting hour. How delightful. Not quite what I want. I want this one.
You noticed it's getting colder?
Take him out! What was that?
That was solid. You can build a flashbang. Throw it out a vent. Let's see if I can flank you. Oh, you're not there anymore. You've moved.
You're human. Right now.
That'll do you. Alright, let's pause for a moment and do the old controller switch. It's always good to have one on standby. There we go. Ah, it's nice and cool. The other one was hot. Hey, Heron, how you doing? Thank you so much for dropping in. At the pointy end of the game, I think. Although I said that last stream. Things are happening though. I might feel a little bit sad if it turns out I didn't have to kill those people. How'd your stream go today? I was able to pop in now and then. Looked like it was a lot of fun. Heron HQ was playing World of Warships. Which from memory is actually, I think they're a... I want to say that they're an Australia-based developer, but I could be wrong. I know they've had a pretty strong presence at some local trade conferences or local industry events. Oh, there we go, we're going up that way. Ah, sad face, I probably could have gotten past those people without killing them. Where would the fun have been in that? I'm trying to think if we've crossed paths since the new year. I don't think we have we, Heron? Just in case. Just in case. Happy New Year. Going to the observatory. The main office is in Russia. There we go. We did cross paths last week. There you go. Just shows how much of a blur things are moving into the new year. The main office is in Russia. Oh, okay. Yeah, I must be thinking of something else then. Thank you for the clarification. That, sir, is my seat. Okay, we're gonna climb in the observatory. I've got to say, like, this game towards the end, it's epic. in that there's a lot of big stuff happening. But, kind of ready for it to be over. Use the tracking system to find the torrents. Alright, let's do it. 12? I thought we were at 11. We're not on 89 at the moment. Have I got it wrong? Have I got it wrong? Let's have a look-see. I trust their numbers on Twitch. Oh, it's 88. There we go. It's dropped off a little bit. Yeah, we are. We're at 12 again. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We've lost a follower along the way. But that can happen. That can happen. There we go. Got it eventually. Walk of shame. 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 Look, it happens. It happens. Some of the followers that I've picked up initially. What am I doing? Yeah, some of the followers I've gotten are from so far back, so I'm sure that like folks either drop off Twitch or just over time just find that what I'm doing is not for them. Well, this is a pretty vista. It is a pretty vista indeed. I've gotta say, playing this kind of makes me want to go play Doom. On the Xboxes. Oh, look, no stress, no stress. You've done more than enough. I've got you on my auto-hosting list as well.
Thank God. Ricardo, I found them.
Now you've got to align the dishes to the torrent's position manually.
Check. I'm going outside.
Oh, this sounds fun. Manually input the torrent's coordinates. Yeah, let's do that. Whee! Yeah, it makes me want to play Doom because like Doom is basically a combination of like frenetic shooting and these sort of like space vistas and doing weird stuff with science. It just puts me in mind of it. The new Doom's coming out soon too. Plus, like Doom has an amazing, like it's a very different feel. To be fair, it's not a horror game by any stretch. Has an amazing soundtrack by Mick Gordon, who is based in Brisbane. Who is an Australian person. Like, I got the developer for the World of Blah games wrong, but Mick is a Brisbane-based composer. And the voice acting in it is incredible. It's got Lance Henriksen, amongst other people. Alright, so where am I going? Manually input torrent's coordinates. That does not sound like a good day.
I can unlock the entrance to the airlock from here. Give me a sec. There, got it.
Yeah, Visage is on my list. It looks really sweet. Oh, hey, that reminds me too. There's a subs only poll that's up at the moment, so please vote. Oh, hang on, external communications. I get the feeling that's where I need to be. Ah, EVA prep. That'd be it. Let's do it. Oh no! Hang on a second. I can set that out. Bear with me for 2 seconds. Oh, I see, that doesn't quite work well. Ah, bugger. Yeah, I was going to gift a subscription, but that doesn't quite work the way that I thought it did. I thought it gave me a certain amount of subscriptions to actually be able to gift. Oh, oh, stop it, stop it. Stop the loop. There we go. My bad. Oh, of course, because it's only a 1 month sub. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I should have looked at your icons. That would have showed me. You have so many others. You've got your VIP. But yeah, Visage looks like a really cool game, and it's on my list of games to get through. I don't know where it's going to land in the list. I'm probably going to end up playing something Resident Evil next. I'm not quite sure. Alright, where do you want me to go now? External array? That'd be me. Let's wait for the hour. The thing with the time difference is that most of the other streamers on the auto host list are almost never online when you're streaming. Oh, thank you so much for the sub. Very much appreciated. Very generous of you as well. So yeah, that should give you access to the that should give you access to the poll straight away. If you wanted to vote, Visage isn't on the list for the poll, but there are some other interesting games on there. I'm super hyped for Sinking City coming out in February. You're the best. Thank you so much for that subscription. It's very much appreciated. Oh, I see. You need to reach a partner for that. Well, that'll be a, yeah, that'll be a ways off. Yeah, I'm looking at ways to use Instagram too. I was doing some reading on it today, just a little bit, while working on the day job. Instagram to sort of notify people that you're on.
Punching the coordinates at the terminal.
Punching the coordinates. Punch them in. Yeah, it was talking about ways to use Instagram to notify folks, and I'm pretty, I post a lot on, whoop! I missed a terminal here? I guess? Is it this? It's this. So if you go into Discord should, it might...
Servo lock on. Parabolic antenna in fixed position.
Damn it!
Hang on, let's sort this out. Because Discord sometimes takes a while to update its roles. Yeah. I will find you a link. because it's in the subs lounge, which is a VIP area. Copy link. Copy link. I will whisper it to you. I shall whisper it to you. Well, actually, can I whisper here? Let's go here. HQ. Let's find out. Unrecognized command. Alright, I'll just pop in the link here. Subs only poll. Because you'll need to be a sub for that poll to work anyway, because it integrates with Twitch. So there is absolutely ASMR style whispers. The number of female streamers that I have noticed starting to do ASMR just as part of like the stuff that they're doing. I don't know if they're doing it as a lark or if they're doing it seriously. I don't blame them for it though. There's a lot of people, you get a lot of people joining in. And I mean, to be fair, like ASMR, especially like when it's a female voice, super nice to listen to. I've punched the coordinates. No stress. How, like, have you, English, I will say that in English. Is there good news? Or have you got an update, Geordie? And please, like, don't feel that you have to share anything, but hopefully you've got a bit more news about what's going on. Geordie's just got a friend in hospital at the moment. Well, no need to apologize for what you were doing, and absolutely no need to share anything with stream that's private. Alright, where am I going here? Why are there no lights? I don't know where I'm going. Oh, hang on, let's... Bugger. I absolutely do not have a torch. Is there a light switch? Or is that too easy? Can't refuel mode. I don't have any inventory. Hang on. I'm just gonna fumble through, I guess. Power up clamp release? Not an option. Not an option. Not an option. Not an option. Unlock emergency plan. Not an option. I think we've missed a step here. Get the feeling we have. There we go. There was a little bit of ASMR. Not quite, but you know. I still haven't put the coordinates in properly, apparently. I thought I had. I need to put the coordinates in. See, I don't have a binaural setup, so I can't do the ear to ear thing. Alright. Missed a step here. Missed a step. Manually input coordinates. I'm right on top of it. What is it you want me to do? Still thinks I haven't done something. Am I missing? Oh, I did manually input the coordinates. And there's nothing here I can react to. Hang on. Can I? No. No, I can't go down there. Oh, wait, there's another computer here, of course. Of course there is. No, it's not you? It's not unusual. It's too restricted. Why do I exclude followers? The reason why I excluded followers from that harem was to... So, two things. One, basically, I wanted to restrict the list of titles from a horror perspective to games that I was keen to play. So I didn't want to make it open slather because that would also dilute basically the likely results. So I wanted to constrain to a short list so that we were getting basically votes in against a small number of categories. The reason why it's a subs-only poll is it's a starting point for trying to provide basically some value to people who sub to the channel, as opposed to those who just follow. Because one of the things that I'm trying to do this year is make subs feel more valued. So hopefully that answers the question. Okay, what is it you want me to do? Two votes! Yeah, I haven't seen our other subs around for a while. I look forward to seeing... What do you want me to do, game? I look forward to seeing what the results of the poll are. I'll check that out post-stream. I'm tempted to think that you've gone a little buggy here, game. Because there's not a thing that you want me to do. The only thing it's telling me to do is to punch in those coordinates, but there's nothing I can interact with up there. Isn't buggy. Remove parabolic antenna lock. I have two separate goals. I do have to go downstairs. Oh, okay, so I'm not doing it out of turn to remove that antenna lock. Alright, let's go do it. I thought because there was no... I shouldn't have added the Resident Evil 2 remake on the list. Why is that, Geordie? Tell me more. Oh, I should have added the Resident Evil 2 remake. Yeah, that's not out. The thing is, though, that's not out until the 25th, I think. So it wouldn't actually be... It wouldn't be a viable choice for the literal next horror stream. Unless we missed a week or two. That being said, folks, like, if that's what I'm hearing, like, if you want the Resident Evil 2 remake, then I can... Like, we can amuse ourselves with a game of Until Dawn or something like that. Something cheesy but fun in the meantime. Look, that could solve it. That could solve it right then and there. Oh wait, hang on. What? Reboot array clamp controls. Ah, that's what I missed. Oh, there'll be more Fallout 2 on a Friday night, but Wednesday nights are always horror games. Well, this all feels suitably confusing, which is, I guess, how it should be, given that I'm in a spacesuit. Video-ish there. Oh, unless you're saying just play some more Fallout 2. Yeah, I could do that. I could absolutely do that. Well, look, sold then. Resident Evil 2 Remake. That's what it's going to be. Thank you all for your service. I'm glad we had this meeting. Oh, yeah. unlock the emergency plan. There we go. Should be that. And now let's go and manually input the coordinates. Yeah, Evil Within was interesting, but I'm certainly not in any hurry to get back to it. Yeah, I'm so bummed that the clipping was broken for the last Fallout 2 stream. I fixed it in the meantime. The solution literally was to remove and re-add the account. So, you know, it's the old IT thing of, have you tried turning it off and turning it on again? And that was the solution. It's very good. Oh wow. That sun looks angry. Alright, now let's input the coordinates. Alright, 35 is what I want. Yeah, it's not a great game, Heron. Like, it's a great game mechanically, but it's flawed as a horror game. And yeah, I couldn't see myself. Like, I would go back to it if folks wanted me to complete it, but it just feels like a bit of a mess as far as games go. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Jordy. But yeah, I think the game is a bit of a mess. Fun mechanically, it's a horror game. It just feels like it's throwing a lot of stuff at a wall. And seeing what sticks. Alright, Resident Evil 2 then it is.
Torrance, this is Ripley on the station. Are you reading me, Verlaine?
Ripley, what the hell is going on over there?
Bad things, Torrance. There's an alien organism here. It's deadly. We need urgent extraction.
A what?
There's no time to explain. Please, Verlaine.
There's nowhere for us to dock, Ripley. The station's tearing free from its gravity mooring. I've seen a towing platform below the spaceflight terminal, but the Torrens umbilical isn't built for it. You'll need to extend the tow platform clamp station side.
Just get into position.
Off we go. Yeah, Evil Within 2 I have not played, but it's probably better than Evil Within 1. But after my experience with the first game, I'm not in any great hurry to spend time with it. Yeah, I gotta say, Heron, I was disappointed to hear that the follow-up game, Find a Way to the Solomon's Habitation Tower and Return to back to the Habitation Tower. All right. Yeah, I'm disappointed to hear that it's a mobile game as opposed to a console follow-up. But the thing is, with that, like, you've got to figure someone somewhere has done the math on their potential market. Like, I think Diablo Immortal is going to do pretty damn well. And they are working on a new console Diablo as well. So I don't know, like, I think that there's a kernel of truth behind the reaction to Diablo Immortal, but it feels like at the same time it was a very extreme reaction to what was happening. Because I doubt that, with the size that Blizzard has now, I doubt that Diablo Immortal is happening like in lieu of Diablo 4, or whatever basically the new Diablo on PC and console looks like. I would imagine, I'd be very surprised if they weren't separate teams. I could be wrong. But yeah, all of that being said, I'm with you. Like I'm upset, or let's say disappointed, that the new Alien game is a mobile game. But I wonder what their sales figures were like for Alien Isolation compared to their developer spend. Slap their hardest fans. You mean? Are you talking about? Are you saying that Blizzard have, or are you saying that the developers behind Alien have slapped their fans? Expand on that a little bit more for me, just so we're talking about the same thing there. What am I? Yeah, see, we're gonna have to disagree there because I think that it's not. The thing that they did wrong, and it's been said by smarter people than me, but certainly BlizzCon wasn't the right avenue to announce that game. Like, it's not the right arena for it. It would have been, I think I saw someone say, and it was a really good point, that one of the best places for it would have been Apple's, one of Apple's conferences.
Ricardo, get ready to move. We're leaving. Ricardo? Ricardo, do you copy? Ricardo, come in.
So yeah, I think it's a bit much to say that when fans are being given a new game, like a new Diablo, on a different form factor, that it's slapping them because it's... Is that a queen? What the hell is that? It's different, or is that...
Please attend your assigned evacuation point and await instructions.
Even if they did it that way. Yeah. Yeah, they would still be disappointed that they're not getting the thing first. But who knows? Like, I've got no idea. I guess here's the thing. Let's see like what the timeline is on Blizzard actually doing an announcement on Diablo 4. Because they've announced like higher positions for it. But that seems to be like as far as they've gone. Like, I don't think that they're anywhere near being able to announce anything for it, other than making reassurances online that it's absolutely a thing that is in the pipeline. Slapping is not about the mobile installment, but that they heated up expectations for their long-term fans, and then they announced something none of them will ever play. Do you think that's true though, Heron? Do you think that Diablo fans would never play like a mobile title? Because the install base for mobile is huge compared to console. And like anecdote is the plural of anecdote isn't data, but I know, like, I have gamer friends who play on mobile as well as console. And I guess speaking personally, like, I'm super happy about the fact Diablo 3 is on Switch because I'm playing the heck out of that. I mean, I hear you. Like, if you're a PC gamer, you're probably not gonna play a lot of mobile. No, it's true. It would never replace a PC or console game. But I think the thinking that happens from a fan's perspective, and I, like, bless them, like, it's their passion for the property, and it's their passion for, their love for Blizzard that I think fuels the venom in the reactions. But I don't think that we're getting Diablo Immortal instead of something else. Like, I'm pretty sure that I can't speak to this. Like, I've never sat down and chatted with like Blizzard devs, but I'd be surprised if Diablo 4 wasn't moving on as fast a timeline as it could. You're off to bed? Thank you so much for your company, Geordie. And your point about WoW and Overwatch being more important than Diablo 4, it's an interesting one. I'd love to talk about that more in the future. That's a really interesting point. Sleep well? I hope that the new medical regime gets you a better night's sleep. I don't think this thing's going to be impressed with my flamethrower at all. Yeah, I guess, like, I guess this is where we kind of disagree, because I think it's hard to say that announcing a different game than the one that people wanted is a debacle. Like, that's where we disagree. And yeah, I could be wrong, but I genuinely would be surprised if the team that is working on, I'm just trying to visualize where I've got to go. I'm going to go around there, so if I throw a noisemaker over there, because they would be separate teams. Like, Diablo Immortal isn't going to be taking dev resources from Diablo 4. Yeah, you can check that out. I'm going to see if I can just sneak past you, if that's okay. I would like to meet... Yes. For the love of God, let me in there. Yeah, and I guess I can understand that perspective. Like, if you've spent like a chunk of money to get to BlizzCon, and Diablo Immortal like is the announcement that you get, then yeah, I like, that's where I can find sympathy for that viewpoint. I can see how that would be, it would be beyond disappointing. I guess I'm kind of primed nowadays to automatically take the viewpoint, or to be sympathetic to the viewpoint of devs over gamers, and not just because I work a lot with devs, but also because of the online discourse in general around gamers and their expectations. Like, you know, we're at a point now where if patch notes don't meet expectations, don't meet some people's expectations, then developers get death threats. It's a weird world we live in. Yeah. No, I'll agree with you absolutely there. I don't think this guy's gonna go away. So this is the direction I need to go in. So how about we throw a go check out that plan. You let me know what you find, buddy. Yeah, and I'll definitely agree that, like, if Blizzard were able to, say, we have plans for a console or a PC title, just not available at this time, that would have helped a lot. Was Diablo Immortal, was it the main event? Like, was that the only release or the only launch that they had announced? Gotcha. Yeah, but I mean, when... I guess then, the next question is, when was the last... Like, when was the last PC or console release that Blizzard made? Was it Overwatch? Because that was a good... It was Overwatch. That was a good... What, 3 years ago at least? So they've been... Like, it's not the only BlizzCon. It's not the only BlizzCon where there hasn't been a PC or a console release. So, if the choice is between getting Diablo Immortal and getting nothing, like, which do you prefer? Oh, Ricardo? Shit!
Ricardo. Oh no.
No. No. Not good. Find a way to the habitation tower. Find a way to the habitation tower. Good lord. So Overwatch came out in May 2016, which presumably was BlizzCon 2016 that would have been announced at then? So you've got Overwatch in 2016, like, before that. Like, what is there before that? There's expansions for World of Warcraft. Oh, and that would have been... Oh, hang on. Yeah, no. Diablo Immortal wasn't the only announcement at BlizzCon this year. They would have announced, there's a new WoW expansion, like a pretty major WoW expansion as well. Heroes of the Storm 2015. Okay, there you go. Okay, so there has been a major announcement each year then. Or at least 2017 might have been a WoW expansion. But there was, like, Battle for Azeroth was this year, wasn't it? It was 2018 that was announced. Yeah. What are we doing? You want me to find a way to the habitation tower? Now you're gonna guide me. Alright. Oh, Battle for Azeroth was? Oh, okay, I did not know. Reception. All right. Oh, Jesus. There you go. Losing the worthy reputation as a dev. I would interrogate that idea. Like Blizzard have always put a lot of polish and craft on their games, but I mean there have been release bugs because Blizzard software is the same as anyone else's. Like they find issues. Like was it Diablo 3 that had the connect error? Was like there was a specific error code on trying to connect to the servers that everyone got like on day one. Like there have always been issues with their stuff on release. No, because it's impossible. It's impossible. Like Blizzard certainly haven't been Bethesda in terms of like what their software's been like on launch, but also like their reputation has had a lot more to do with polish than necessarily like their Yeah, I mean to be honest, I don't think I could tell you about. I don't think I could think of bugs related to Warcraft 2 or Starcraft, but I mean that was a long time ago. So maybe there were. Patching was also a lot more complicated then. So I mean that's probably informed developer practices as well. Yeah, I guess I'm just a little bit leery as well of when people try and sort of claim that something is over, or that someone's time has passed. Oh! Ooh. Oof. Cheeky son of a... No, it's an interesting discussion, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not getting my back up, and I certainly don't have any skin in the game. No, it's a very interesting conversation. Find a way for the torrents to dock. For a minute there, I had a panic thinking that I had not saved before adjusting the satellite. That would have sucked. Alright. Yeah, I guess the only Blizzard content that I engage with nowadays is Diablo 3 on Switch. So that's all I can really speak to. And I think that conversion was handled by an external team anyway, so it's not really indicative of anything other than, I guess, their QA process, because they would have done internal QA on that title. Ooh! It's nearly 12. Good lord. No, we're going to be wrapping up. Oh, there's my death from before as well. Yeah, we're almost done. That really snuck up on me. As did the alien. So yeah, I'll be heading off probably in a few minutes. Before I do, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Let's be crazy and do it at the end of the night, rather than in the middle of it. Giant thank you to new followers, Horatuno and JustJ28. Very much appreciate your follows. Thank you so much to you, Heron HQ, for the resub. Very much appreciated. You are awesome. Your place in the fleet is assured. A giant thank you, as always, to those of you rather, who trust me with your audiences. those of you who auto-host, I really appreciate the faith that you place in me. I do not take that lightly, so that's a giant thank you to Slayer Lover Gaming, to Even Prime TV, to Everything Apocalypse, to Ironside. Check out Ironside over on Twitter, by the way. If you like watching game devs do their thing, I'm just going to double check the Twitter ID because I always get it wrong. Let's see. I believe you can find Ironside at... Yes, it is. Pixel Pickle. I'll pop that in chat now. He's working on a wonderful game called Company Colossal. Ironside on Twitter at... That is also a giant thank you to Dubsack, to Dubsack, to Capdath, and Heron HQ. Thank you very much for the auto hosts. Thank you very much for your company as well tonight. We made some progress. We went through some pretty epic stuff, and I think we're almost there, but not quite. Thank you again, Heron HQ, for the heads up as well about getting close to the end of things. That has got me primed to have something ready for when we actually hit the end of Alien Isolation. And yeah, as fun as the game has been, and as wonderful as that feeling has been of being stalked by the alien, I'm certainly hitting a point where I'm ready for the game to be over. Like, there's been a lot of big sort of like end of game stuff that's been happening here, but yeah, the tempo kind of, it feels like it hasn't hit a crescendo, and now we're back at the usual now we're back sort of in the state of gameplay where we've now got the one xenomorph stalking us again as we move through the environment. So at least we're going back to sort of the old modes of gameplay, but looking forward for it to be done. Looking forward to it being done, even. And yeah, so a decision has been made. Resident Evil 2 Remake, which drops, I believe, January 25th or thereabouts. That will be our next horror game. So if we do need to fill a stream, then we'll probably do some Fallout 2 and get a little bit ahead in that. Either that, or we'll play some Until Dawn. We'll see how we go. Thank you very much for your company. It has been a pleasure. Stay safe out there. And don't forget to hide under the covers.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, check out some of our other videos, and for live content, come join me on Twitch.